Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunters of the Playbook. Bring you our draft grade special for the Denver Broncos. We're going to take a look at their draft to see how well they did this past April. The Broncos are a team without many holes, in my opinion. I like the fact that they added a lot of weapons to their offense, getting Ronnie Hillman out of San Diego State, Philip Blake out of Baylor, a great center, I believe, in my opinion. What I like most about this draft, though, I look at Danny Trevathan out of Kentucky, outside linebacker. This guy does a great job of playing downhill. I don't care how big he is, how small he is. All he did was make every tackle for the Wildcats and every big play for their defense. So I think he's going to come into a situation in Denver and do the same thing. The Broncos fans will love the way this guy plays the game. He plays fast and plays downhill. What I didn't like about the Broncos draft, they had two questionable moves. They trade out of the first round, and then they take defensive tackle Derek Wolfe out of Cincinnati in the second round, and then also double back and get Brock Osweiler out of Arizona State as their quote-unquote quarterback of the future. Both picks are highly questionable. I would have taken two different selections with those picks. I wouldn't have taken Osweiler. This guy doesn't have it yet. He's raw, and you don't want to have this guy as your insurance policy if Peyton Manning can't finish the season 100%. Undrafted free agent that could surprise. I think the Broncos actually excelled in this aspect of their draft. You look at getting a guy in Coriel Judy out of Texas A&M. One thing that stands out on film is speed. This guy can help y'all as a returner, as a kick returner, as a punt returner. He's also a very good cornerback. Played a lot of football down there in College Station. I think he's going to help this Broncos team out instantly as a returner and also as a gunner on special teams. You also look at linebacker Jerry Franklin out of Arkansas. Another one of those guys that had a lot of production in the SEC, made a lot of tackles, a good starter. He may be a little bit shorter, but again, this is a guy that made a lot of plays for Arkansas, and he's going to do the same for that Broncos defense. And also look at a guy on offense, Jarrell Robertson out of Arizona State. Reminds me a lot of a very raw version, a very rough draft version of Terrell Owens. This guy just runs angry. If he can catch the football consistently, he's going to be a nice asset to that passing game. Is going to help. And Peyton Manning is going to be the type of guy to get him going in the right direction. So I think this is a great pickup if he can make the team for the Broncos. I give the Broncos a B-, and what helped this grade out was the undrafted free agents. All three guys they were able to pick up that I highlighted in this package, I think are guys that can make an impact for this team and should have been drafted within the 7 rounds. So I'm willing to give them a break for the Brock Osweiler pick, the Derek Wolfe pick. So I think the Broncos are a team that has a lot of talent. They didn't really have a lot of holes. So those 3 undrafted free agents would have helped out this grade. So you can see the Broncos back in the playoffs in 2012. And I want to give a huge shout out to these Broncos fan sites for always showing Football Game Plan support.